be some background noises of people, cars, whatever is gonna go on. We can't control that, but I did want to just do a video outside for fun. Now, it's not all pretty green trees and nature and what I would ideally want in my background for filming outside, but we're in an apartment. Y'all are not gonna see where I live, so sorry. So in today's video, let's start off with a little fabric scratching for fun. I think this top is so cute. It's such a pretty color. It's like a minty, like green kind of color. Also, sorry if I get distracted. There's people walking around. There's stuff going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the concept of lots of different things. Timing, God's timing, our timing, the ego's timing, and just learning to let go of control and kind of like listen to your urges, listen to the call, listen to your inner voice and what it's saying, because it's actually leading you in probably the right direction. And if you're able to listen to it and hone in, oh God, there's a bee. No, go away. It's a wasp, y'all. Maybe it'll leave me alone. I'm scared. Well, it's nature. What are you gonna do? I might have to stop this video. I'm serious. Alright, I'm just gonna try my best. So, I moved back home and I got a job doing the same exact thing that I was just doing in college, but just with a different store location. So like I said, if you guys have seen my video before, I worked at Buff City Soap. And I really loved it there. It was such a good experience. I had so much fun. So whenever I moved home, I thought that's what I wanted to keep doing. So I applied at a different location back at home, and I got the job. I was going to be training to become the assistant general manager, which I was really excited about. I was like, oh wow, great. I wasn't expecting to have this opportunity. That's awesome. Might as well. And it was gonna pay well. It was gonna pay, I don't know, I feel like people never talk about money, but like, why not? I'll just talk about it. So I was stuck between like two locations and I couldn't decide, but one was gonna pay me 10 an hour, and then assistant general manager would have made like 13. And then the other store, they were offering me 12 an hour starting pay, and then it would have increased to 15 to 16. So clearly, based on financial gain alone, I went with the store that was going to pay me more money right away and in the long run. And you know what? I'm glad that I don't work there anymore, because now my nails can actually grow out and be long and pretty and have really nice white tips. Because it was a very hands-on job, and like touching citric acid and stuff, it would like ruin my nails, so that's a bonus. But anyways, back to the story. So I went to work one day, just one, and I quit the next day. I quit because the management, I'm not gonna tell y'all where, don't go investigating, there ain't nothing to find, but I could not work there because the management was horrific, horrible. There was no professionalism at all. Like, I get that it's retail, but like, at least try to carry yourself in a professional, like respectable manner as a manager. Don't cuss all the time on the job. Don't vape in the store during the day when customers are in. Don't vape in the store. You're the manager. What? And then like the assistant manager was like cussing at her, and it was just like so weird. space in my life. So if something like that happens to you and you feel like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore, I need to leave immediately, and your soul, it doesn't sit right with your soul, whatever that is for you in your life, think about it and listen, give it some thought, because immediately after I did that, I felt this huge wave of like peace, gratitude, excitement, freedom. I felt so proud of myself, very proud to pick up and leave and not stay stuck in a situation that wouldn't have been healthy for me. I wouldn't have thrived there. I wouldn't have felt good there. So what's the point in working there? So if you are not happy with something in your life, whether it be a friendship, a relationship, a job, place of location where you're living, environment is huge. If you feel like it's not sitting right with your soul anymore, there's a reason for that. And it's important to listen to that and honor that feeling within yourself. Because if you don't, you're just going to repeat cycles over and over and over again of misery, not happy, stress, anxiety. You should feel at peace in life. You should feel like encouraged and good. And if you don't feel that way, then it's not a good place for you. It's not a good person or environment for you. So, as for the whole idea of timing, I brought out, to be cheesy, a hourglass. Also for the ASMR. This is so cute. I think we got it whenever I was moving into my really cool loft apartment a couple years back. We were shopping for decorations, my roommate and I, and this is one of the things that we grabbed. So, timing. Our ego wants to control a lot. Our ego really wants to be right. Our ego wants to know what's best for us, even if it's not actually what's best for us. The ego has a lot of wounded energy to it, and a healed heart and soul doesn't necessarily operate from ego quite as often or quite as severely. So, like, for example, I thought, like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in retail, like this is what I'm gonna do. But my soul wants more than that. I want to, like I've said in previous videos, I want to move out west soon, within the year, and I finally felt confident enough within literally the past 2 days to like actually do it. So, to bring the job thing back around full circle, I opened up space in my life by quitting that job, and the very next day, my aunt reached out to my mom and said, hey, our company is hiring. We're looking for a digital marketing person. That's what my degree is. And I kept steering away from it. I was like, I don't want to do that. There's a piece of hair. Get away. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm very, very good at writing. Like, subtle brag, I'm really good at writing. My degree is integrated strategic communication, which is pretty much creative advertising and strategic planning. So there's a lot of like in-depth research that goes behind marketing and what works and what people resonate with and all this kind of stuff. So I'm very good at that, and I always did stuff that was very like heart-centered, very compassionate, and you could say it was a more like emotion-based sales pitch type situation. And I just feel like there's so much wrong with society that people don't operate from a place of like love and care and kindness, and it really bothers me. And I just wish people would just be more responsible and like responsible with energy and like treat people better and just all that kind of stuff. So all of my marketing campaigns, I would always like pitch that idea to my classmates, my group mates, and they ended up really liking them a lot of the time. So I say that because I'm very good at it. I know I've said that like 10 times, but my point is like, if that's true, why is it that I say I don't like it? Why is it that I say, oh, I don't want to do that as a job? And then I'm running the opposite direction, just trying to do retail, when in reality I have the skill set to make a bigger impact than just retail, because there's only so much you can do. Like, you can become the manager and do that, but at the end of the day you're still following like the brand guidelines, and everything else like trickles down. But like, I wouldn't have that much like personal power to be able to make real changes. So I think this job that my aunt presented me with, it pays very well, and it is double the highest amount that I've ever earned hourly. And it just plopped into my lap. And the reason why I say that's difficult, I don't want to tell you guys how much it is, because money is the last thing that I care about. Money is the last thing that makes my world go round. It's always something that has to do with my emotions and my feelings and like manifesting my dreams. But money has a huge role in that. Like, to get out west and to have money saved up, that's a blessing. And I know that that is probably the order of events, although my ego wouldn't have selected the job of web designer, because I don't personally feel that that makes that much of an impact. It doesn't really like bring us all together and, you know, whatever. The company itself is about giving people a good experience, giving people value. So like, sure, I'll try my best, but it's still corporate. It's still like, look at me, I'm finding reasons to complain. Like, what is wrong with me? I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, there's gonna be stepping stones in life. You are going to start at one job, you're gonna start at one whatever, and that's probably not your forever thing. And for me, my ego has a hard time understanding that there's an order to things, that there is a natural way that things are supposed to play out, and whenever it doesn't go according to how I wish it would, in the order that I wish it would happen in, I get kind of upset. But I need to stop. It's kind of like a wake-up call for myself. Like, no girl, be grateful that you're going to be making more money than you've ever made in your life. Be grateful to be able to have the blessing and opportunity to save for the first time. I've only ever been able to live paycheck to paycheck, and like, I have never had to pay my own rent. The only things I've ever had to pay for is like grocery, utilities, miscellaneous things that I want, just things like that. But I wouldn't be able to afford an apartment on my own if I were to just work in retail, to be honest with you. But now that I have this opportunity coming in, I know that like, that idea of going out west is actually much more feasible than it ever was. So really, it's a blessing. So by me talking about all this stuff about myself, I don't mean to make it come across as bragging or like shoving it in your face, but I'm just telling you, if you think in your life that you have your mind set on one thing in one direction, but that's not actually what's meant for you on your whole like blueprint path of what's supposed to happen to you in your life, you might kind of get in your own way. So just listen to your heart, listen to the call, listen to your intuition, and things will just start flying into your lap. Maybe it won't be the day after you quit your job like it happened for me. I feel very blessed that that happened in that way, but for you, it might take a little bit longer. It might come in a different form. Like I said, relationships, it might be something like that. but like the second that you free up space in your life for something new to enter, the new thing can actually enter. So now I no longer feel like I'm actually gonna have to stay stuck at home for a long time. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna save up my money from this job, and I'm thinking, again, I shouldn't even be thinking. I should just let it be. Just feel it out. Do the job until I'm sick of it, and then leave. Instead of going, oh, I think I'm gonna be here for 6 months and then leave. Oh, I think I'm gonna be here for 3 months and then leave. Like, just shut up, Madison. Just let it flow. So my lesson to you guys is just start letting things flow more in your life. And the thing about me is, like, I constantly question stuff. I doubt stuff. I overprocess stuff. I'm like, I had an entire meltdown. I'm like, do I even want to work in corporate? I'm sad. Like, I did an internship in corporate 2 years ago, and it was okay. Like, it was good. Like, I felt like very proud of myself, and I loved wearing like blazers to work and like nice clothes and like that kind of stuff. Like, I felt very empowered and like businesswoman-esque. But I thought my days of that were done. I thought I closed the door on that. But for this opportunity to just show up, it really threw me off, you know? So if in your life, if there's something that you think like it was a final check the box done thing, but then it makes it way back around, just think about it for a second. Think about, how is it going to help you get to the end goal of where you maybe actually want to be? Is this a stepping stone? Is this an opportunity for growth? Is this something that's going to benefit me? Or is this something that is going to be toxic? And if the answer is toxic, leave it and let it be. But if it is genuinely a good, healthy opportunity where you are benefiting directly and you think your future is benefiting as well, I say do what you gotta do. And that's kind of hard for me to say because I've always been the type of person that like doesn't want to have to do what I have to do to get to where I want to be. Like, I'm very much a whiny baby in that sense, to be honest. I just want things to work out and like wake up and have my dream life. But in reality, it's not like that. There's, like I said, steps. So I'm just feeling really happy because now I feel like I'll be able to afford an apartment whenever I move. I will be able to pay off my car. I will be able to do all these things that I 2 days ago didn't think were even possible for me. So I'm making this video to show you all, like, snap of a finger, life can just change, and it's for the better. Sometimes losing things is so devastating for so long, and I've been in a season of like loss and pain for years, loneliness, all this stuff, so many years. And I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it feels really great. And I want you all to know that it's possible to make it. It's possible to make it to where you want to be. It's possible to get what you want. Don't just write off your dreams and think that they're never going to happen, because they are. You just have to be patient with them. You need to be patient. Things take time. It's a slow process. It's gradual, but it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? So believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Trust what your voice is telling you on the inside. You don't have to listen to other people unless they are good for your soul and you feel that genuinely, and they're not possessing you. They're not trying to keep you stuck, because a lot of people, they try to keep you stuck. They try to keep you stuck in a world that they are familiar with, because misery loves company. So the spirit's moving within me. Misery loves company, so don't let people trick you. Some people have different goals and aspirations than you, and yours might be quote unquote bigger than theirs, and they don't understand. individual dreams. Bees. Bees everywhere. Stick with people that support you. And if they don't, see ya. Bye. Just be patient with yourself, baby. Dreams take time. I've been doing mood boards and all kinds of crazy things and journaling and everything for years, and like nothing has seemed to have a breakthrough until right now. But the thing is, you're always where you're meant to be. You are right where you're meant to be. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, if it's negative, if it sucks, if you're miserable, that feeling is there to show you something. It's there to teach you something. And one day, whenever you don't feel that way anymore, oh my gosh, you are going to feel so amazing. You are going to feel so free and so happy and so genuinely grateful for what you actually have, because you've been through the dirt. You've already done that. So it makes the good that much better. So I don't know how many of you are a God, Jesus follower, or if you believe in the universe or whatever you believe in, or if you just want to think of it as like your life's blueprint, like if you believe that things are predestined and everything like that. I still don't know where I stand on everything, to be quite honest with you, but what I do know for sure is that I believe I have a higher power at play. I am co-creating my life. I'm creating my life with the help of a higher power. That's just what I believe. And I just need to keep trusting and believing that everything that's happening is for my highest good. There's just so many different amazing evolutions and phases and cycles of your life that you're going to go through. So if you're like doing a retail job right now, honey, you might not be doing that forever, and one day you're going to be doing something different. So just take this season as it is, accept it as it is, and allow it to pass whenever it's time for it to pass. If you're living in one state and it's time to move, and you feel in your soul it's time to move, say your goodbyes. Go to all the places that meant something to you or mean something to you. And if you go there and it doesn't feel like home anymore, and it doesn't feel like a spark of joy whenever you visit these places anymore, it's time to let them go. It's time to progress. You can always hold stuff in your heart in a nostalgic place, but sometimes your physical body and your physical form is not meant to experience life in the same way over and over and over and over again. So when it's time to go, it's time to go. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and that it gave you a little boost of motivation. I know I talked about myself a lot, but like I just feel like me sharing my experience kind of helps things make more sense. And maybe it can help other people like connect the dots in their own life. So that's always my goal with that. So if you guys want more videos like this, some inspirational stuff, just let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Yes, all the engagement really does help so much. Commenting, all of that stuff. So I love you all. I love you. Love you. Love you. Just remember that everything takes time. Everything takes time. Slow and steady wins the race. But also, like I said, when you're being called to move, move. Pick your ass up. Do what you need to do. Alright. I love you all so much. And I will talk to you in my next video.